Hey everyone, welcome to the brand new Spring Boot Mastery series. If you are a Java developer and you ever felt that setting up Spring projects is complicated, this course is going to change everything. In this episode, we will understand what is Spring Boot, why developers love it, and how it makes Java development super fast. Let's dive let's dive deep right. Actually, what is the problem with traditional Spring setup? Well, coming to the Spring, like creating a Java web application means a lot of configurations. Like suppose we need to write the XML files, the dependency setup, and web.xml files. Like in these files, we write the dispatcher servlets. Like these all are required to just build a small REST API. This made development a slow process, and onboarding a new developers was painful as well. Mm, when the Spring Boot came, it made the entire setup process almost automatic. So now let's dive into what is a Spring Boot. Like Spring Boot is a framework. It is a framework which is built on top of the Spring framework. Like with the help of the Spring Boot, we can create a production ready Spring application quickly with minimal configurations. Like it the Spring Boot will take care of setting the setup and wiring the beans, so we can focus mainly on writing the business logic. Here our main advantage is writing the business logic. Like here we can eliminate the boilerplate code. Let us break down the key features of the Spring Boot. Like the key features are mainly like auto configuration. Like the Spring Boot automatically configures your project based on the dependencies you add, and the starter dependencies. Like we don't need to add search for the versions manually. Just we need to add the Spring Boot starter web, and everything we will get by adding this Spring Boot starter web dependency that is required for the web development. Like we have the embedded server, Like here, we no need to get the external Tomcat or WebLogic server. The Spring Boot itself includes that embedded Tomcat server inside our app. We can run our application just like a normal Java application. We have actuators, like it gives the production ready monitoring endpoints. For example, like to check the health of the application, we can use that like actuator slash health. We have Spring Boot CLI, like we can run our Groovy scripts directly with using the Spring Boot CLI. Like in short, we can declare like Spring Boot is the combination of Spring framework and speed and the simplicity. We can define Spring framework plus speed plus simplicity. Let us go through a quick demo of creating a Spring Boot project. For the first, we need to go to the start.spring.io website. Here we can create a Spring Boot application. We can give our group ID, artifact ID, name of our project, description of our project, and here we can select like what is our language, Java. We can select Kotlin, Groovy as well. Now we will create using the Maven dependency, like Maven type project. By default, we will go with the Spring Boot suggested 3.5.6 version. We can use the now we will create the packaging as jar, and we will go with the Java 21 version. Now we just want to create a simple REST application. We will add the Spring Boot web dependency, and here if we click on the generate, it will generate our project. Now I'll extract this project. Now we can import this project into our IntelliJ application. Click on new project. If we want, if we don't have the IntelliJ, we can create it with using the Spring Boot start.spring.io website. If we have the uh, IntelliJ in our application, we can create it similarly like this. Like select the Spring Boot version, name, the location where we want to create our project, and the type of the language. These are the similarly like what we have seen in the start.spring.io website itself. As of now, I just want to import the already existing project, so I'll click on open. I'll go to the downloads, and I'll open the demo project. I will trust all these projects. I'm just opening the downloaded project. Now for this, in the source we have the main. In the main we have the Java folder. In the Java we have the demo application .java file. If you see here, the main class, we have the annotation called as at the red Spring Boot application. It is nothing but the combination of three annotations like configuration, enable auto configuration, and the component scan. We will discuss in the later videos. As of now, I just want to create a simple controller. For that, I'll create a new package. controller. Inside the controller, I'll create new class. I'll call it as hello controller. Now I just want to create a rest controller. That's the reason I'll keep the annotation as at the rate rest controller. And here I just want to create a simple get request. And the get mapping, I'll keep slash. For this, I'll create a method called public string hello. I'll just return a statement called hello spring boot. Yeah, if you see here, we have implemented a new controller class with a slash endpoint with the get mapping. Whenever in the browser our server URL is hit with the slash, then automatically it should return the output as hello spring boot. If you see our pom.xml, we have the spring boot starter web. This is the dependency which we added for the creating the simple REST application. To run the application, just we need to go to the demo application and we can simply run our demo application. If you see here, by default, Tomcat is started on the 8080. Now we can open our browser and we can type localhost colon 8080 and slash is the get endpoint which we have written. Now if you see, our output has been written as hello spring boot, which we have written in case of executing this hello method with the slash rest endpoint. Now to summarize, like Spring Boot has simplified our Spring Web development. It offers the auto configuration and the starter dependencies and embedded server. We can create our apps in minutes. In the next episode, we will set up a full Spring Boot project from the scratch and understand its folder structures and dependencies in detail. Thank you.